The job websites for U.S. state departments of education. Chapter 1. Education Department Job Offices by State. State Departments of Education Job Info. Alabama. Alabama Department of Education. 5201 Gordon Persons Building. 50 Ripley St. Montgomery, Alabama 36130-2101. alsta.edu/html/home.asp. Alaska. Alaska State Department of Education. 801 West 10th St. Suite 200. Juneau, Alaska 99801-1878. eed.state.ak.us. akeducationjobs.com. Arizona. Arizona Department of Education. 1535 W. Jefferson. Phoenix, Arizona 85007. 602-542-4631. ade.state.az.us. ade.state.az.us/empl_op.asp. Arkansas. Arkansas Department of Education. Number 4 Capitol Mall. Little Rock, Arkansas 72201. 501-682-4475. arcdu.state.ar.us. arcdu.state.ar.us/employment/index.html. California. California Department of Education. POB 944272. Sacramento, California 94244-2720. 916-319-0791. cde.ca.gov. cde.ca.gov/cdejobs. Colorado. Colorado Department of Education. 201 East Colfax Avenue. Denver, Colorado 80203-1799. 303-866-6600. cde.state.co.us/index_home.htm. cde.state.co.us/cdemanagement/hr/jobs.htm. Connecticut. Connecticut State Department of Education. 165 Capitol Avenue. Hartford, Connecticut 06145. 860-713-6548. state.ct.us/sde. state.ct.us/sde/employ/jobs-main.htm. Delaware. Delaware Department of Education. POB 1402, Townsend Building. Dover, Delaware 19903-1402. 302-739-4686. doe.state.de.us. teachdelaware.com. District of Columbia. District of Columbia Public Schools. The Presidential Building. 825 North Capitol St. Washington, D.C. 20002. k12.dc.us/dcps/home.html. k12.dc.us/dcps/opportunities_frame.html. Florida. Florida Department of Education. Turlington Building. 325 West Gaines St. Tallahassee, Florida 32399-0400. 850-487-1785. fern.edu/doe/job. link fern.edu/doe/menu/employment.htm. Georgia. Georgia Department of Education. 1452 Twin Towers E. Atlanta, Georgia 30334. 404-657-9000. doe.k12.ga.us/index.asp. teachgeorgia.org/Hawaii. Hawaii Department of Education. POB 2360. Honolulu, Hawaii 96804. 808-586-3230. do.k12.hi.us/do.k12.hi.us/personnel/job-opportunities.htm. Idaho. Idaho State Department of Education. 650 West State St. epub 83720. Boise, Idaho 83720-0027. 208-332-6800. sde.state.id/department/sde.state.id/author/default.htm. Illinois. Illinois State Board of Education. 100 North 1st St. Springfield, Illinois 62777. 217-782-4321. ispi.state.il.us/ispi.state.il.us/resources.html. Indiana. Indiana Department of Education. Room 229. State House. Indianapolis, Indiana 46204-2798. 317-232-0808. ideanet.doe.state.in.us. ideanet.doe.state.in.us/peer/welcome.html. Iowa. Iowa Department of Education. Grimes State Office Building. Des Moines, Iowa 50319-0146. 515-281-5294. state.ias/educate/state.ias/educate/jobs/index.html. Kansas. Kansas Department of Education. 120 Southeast 10th Avenue. Topeka, Kansas 66612-1182. 785-296-3201. ksbe.state.ks.us/welcome.html. KansasTeachingJobs.com. Kentucky. Kentucky Department of Education. 500 Merrow St. Frankfort, Kentucky 40601. 502-564-4770. cade.state.kentucky/cade.state.kentucky/shared/jobs/. Louisiana. Louisiana Department of Education. epub 44064. Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70804-9064. 877-453-2721. doe.state.la.us/doe/asp/home.asp. Maine. Maine Department of Education. 23 State House Station. Augusta, Maine 04333-0023. state.me.us/education/state.me.us/education/hr/homepage.htm. Maryland. Maryland State Department of Education. 200 West Baltimore St. Baltimore, Maryland 21201. 410-767-0100. misd.state.mds/misd.state.mds/ruabe/msdehrhome.htm. Massachusetts. Massachusetts Department of Education. 350 Maine St. Maiden, Massachusetts 02148-5023. 781-338-3000. do.mass.edu/educators/e_careeradv.html. Michigan. Michigan Department of Education. 608 W. Allegan. Lansing, Michigan 48933. michigan.gov/mde. Minnesota. Minnesota Department of Children, Families, and Learning. 1500 Highway 36 West. Roseville, Minnesota 55113. 651-582-8200. educationstate.mn.us/cfl.state.mn.us/hr/. Mississippi. Mississippi Department of Education. Central High School. epub 771. 359 Northwest St. Jackson, Mississippi 39205. 601-359-3513. mde.k12.ms.us/Missouri. Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. epub 480. Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. 573-751-4212. dis.state.mos/dis.mos/divadm/humanres/vacancies.html. Montana. Montana Office of Public Instruction. epub 202,501. Helena, Montana 59620-2501. 888-231-9393. opi.state.mts/opi.state.mts/. Nebraska. Nebraska Department of Education. 301 Centennial Mall South. Lincoln, Nebraska 68509. 462-471-2295. nde.state.nes/nde.state.nes/hr/page2.htm. Nevada. Nevada Department of Education. 700 East 5th St. Carson City, Nevada 89701. 775-687-9200. nde.state.nv.us/nde.state.nv.us/hrt/employment_department.html. New Hampshire. New Hampshire Department of Education. 101 Pleasant St. Concord, New Hampshire 03301-3860. 603-271-3494. ed.state.nh.us/ed.state.nh.us/about/employ.htm. New Jersey. New Jersey Department of Education. 100 Riverview Plaza. epub 500. Trenton, New Jersey 08625-0500. 609-984-1216. state.newjersey.us/education/state.newjersey.us/njaded/genfo/vacancy.htm. New Mexico. New Mexico State Department of Education. 300 Dan Gasper. Santa Fe, New Mexico 87501-2786. sde.state.nm.us/sde.nm.us/yobops/index.html. New York. New York State Education Department. 89 Washington Avenue. Albany, New York 12234. nicd.gov/oms.nicd.gov/hr/. North Carolina. North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. 301 North Wilmington St. Raleigh, North Carolina 27601. 919-807-3300. dpi.state.nc.us. ncpublicschools.org/employment.html. North Dakota. North Dakota Department of Public Instruction. 600 East Boulevard Avenue, Department 201. Floors 9, 10, 11. Bismarck, ND 701-328-2260. dpi.state.nd.us/dpi.state.nd.us/department/employ.shtm. Ohio. Ohio Department of Education. 25 South Front St. Columbus, Ohio 43215-4183. 877-644-6338. ode.state.o.us/ode.state.o.us/jobs.asp. Oklahoma. Oklahoma State Department of Public Instruction. 2500 North Lincoln Boulevard. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105-4599. 405-521-3301. sde.state.ok.us/home/default.ie.html. Oregon. Oregon Department of Education. 255 Capital St. Northeast. Salem, Oregon 97310-0203. 503-378-3569. ode.state.or.us/ode.state.or.us/support services/careers.htm. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Department of Education. 333 Market St. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17126. 717-783-6788. pde.state.pa.us/pde_internet/site/default.asp. teaching.state.pa.us/teaching/cwp. Rhode Island. Rhode Island Department of Education. 255 Westminster St. Providence, Rhode Island 02903. 401-222-4600. ridoe.net. South Carolina. South Carolina State Department of Education. Rutledge Building. 1429 Senate St. Columbia, South Carolina 29201. 803-734-8815. sde.state.sc.us. carolinacareers.org. South Dakota. South Dakota Department of Education and Cultural Affairs. NEEP Building, 3rd floor. 700 Governors Drive. Pierre, South Dakota 57501-2291. 605-773-5470. state.sd.us/deca. state.sd.us/deca/jobs.htm. Tennessee. Tennessee Department of Education. 6th floor, Andrew Johnson Tower. 710 James Robertson Parkway. Nashville, Tennessee 37243-0375. 615-741-2731. state.tn.us/education. k-12.state.tn.us/teachtn. Texas. Texas Education Agency. 1701 North Congress Avenue. Austin, Texas 78701-1494. 512-463-9734. t.state.tx.us/t.state.tx.us/hr/jvn. Utah. Utah State Office of Education. 250 E500S. POG 144,200. Salt Lake City, Utah 84114-4200. uso.k12.uts/uso.k12.uts/jobs. Vermont. Vermont Department of Education. 120 State St. Montpelier, Vermont 05620-2501. state.vt.us/educ. state.vt.us/edu/new/html/mainemploy.html. Virginia. Virginia Department of Education. 101 North 14th St. Richmond, Virginia 23218-2420. 800-292-3820. pen.k12.va.us. pen.k12.va.us/voe/jove/home.shtml. Washington. Washington State Department of Public Instruction. Old Capitol Building. POG 47200. Olympia, Washington 98504-7200. 360-725-6000. k12.wa.us. k12.wa.us/personnel. West Virginia. West Virginia Department of Education. 1900 Kanawha Boulevard East, Charleston, West Virginia 25305. 800-982-2378. wvita.state.wv.us. wvita.state.wv.us/jobs. Wisconsin. Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. 125 South Webster St. Pop 7841. Madison, Wisconsin 53707-7841. 800-441-4563. dpi.state.wi.us. dpi.state.wi.us/dpi/dfm/hr/jobs.html. Wyoming. Wyoming Department of Education. 2300 Capitol Avenue, Hathaway Building, 2nd floor, Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002-0050. 307-777-7645. k12.wy.us.